Very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. V.G. Sadh, Associate Professor, IPS Academy, Institute of Engineering and Science, Indore. Today we are going to discuss about the power of non-verbal communication. The topic is, I think you know very well about the non-verbal communication, but today we are going to discuss about this specific non-verbal communication at length. The topic is unveiling the power of non-verbal communication. First, we have to understand what is communication. Actually, it is a part of communication. So first we have to understand what Brian Tracy says. Communication is a skill that you can learn. It is like riding a bicycle or typing. If you are willing to work at it, you can rapidly improve the quality of every part of life. It means that we are living in the age of communication. In this age, we have to convince people, we have to share our ideas, opinion, facts, figures to other people. That's why nowadays we have to use this communication at every point of time. We are using the social media, we are using different kind of mode of communication. That's why it is more effective and impressive and creative in the way of communication. So first we have to understand why we require communication. Nowadays, what is requirement? We require multitasking people, versatile people. Every organization require who are good at hard skill and soft skill. What is hard skill? Hard skill means technical knowledge. Just like if you are a doctor, you have to be very prudent doctor. If you are an engineer, you have to be very good quality engineer. So obviously you have to excel in that particular field. So hard skill means technical knowledge, and second one is soft skill. What is soft skill? Soft skill doesn't mean only communication. It covers so many things. It's emotional quotient and leadership skill, teamwork, confidence level, everything that covers in a soft skill. So every organization require hard skill and soft skill. Basically, when we talk about the communication skills are always top on the essential skill list in any job advertisement. Obviously, whenever you have seen advertisement, or it's solicited or unsolicited, you require good communication skill. Whenever you appear in the placement drives, so you have seen that they require good communication. So it is a need of time. So whenever we talk about the communication, what is communication? It is an act of giving or receiving and sharing the information. What is communication? Act of giving, receiving and sharing information. What usually happens? We receive the information, we enrich it, we enhance it, we convert into knowledge, and that knowledge converts into wisdom. There are so many information. I think we are living in the age where we are information loaded people. We receive lot of information. We have to segregate the right kind of information and convert into knowledge, and it converts into wisdom. So basically, what is communication? It's act of giving, receiving and sharing the information. That is called the communication. When we talk about the communication, we classify communication in two parts. First is the verbal communication, second one is the non-verbal communication. Verbal communication means where we use the language and the words, and in the non-verbal communication we do not use the language or the words. What we use? We use gesture, posture, facial expression, sign language, paralanguage, proxemics, haptics. There are so many ways through which we can communicate. So obviously now we are well developed people. Earlier the language was not there, so that's why we were getting difficulty in communication. We used to communicate through the gesture, posture or the facial expression, but right now we have that kind of language, systematic language. We have a linguistic, we have a phonetics, we have the jargons, we have the different kind of languages we have. So basically we have a number of languages. In India we have 22 official languages and 800 plus dialects. Dialects means the native language. Just like in Indore we use the or the Malwa region we use the Malvi language, and in the Nimar, east and the west Nimar we usually prefer to speak the Nimari language. So dialects mean the native language that we usually prefer to use. So basically when we talk about the top 10 languages, spoken languages, so on the number 1 position there is a Mandarin. I think you know very well about Mandarin, or the Chinese language. Mandarin is on the top position. Second language, I think you will be surprised to know that on the second position, I am just here, on the second position we have a Hindi and Urdu. Hindi due to the population, Chinese on the number 1 and Hindi is on the second position. So Hindi second spoken language, we can say the topmost, the second language is Hindi. Third one is not English, third one is Spanish. Spanish usually earlier in USA people used to speak Spanish language, but English now on the 4th position. On the 5th position we have Arabic language. So top 5, when we talk about the top 5 languages, we have a Mandarin on the 1st position, Hindi on the 2nd position, Spanish on the 3rd position, English on the 4th position, and on Arabic on the 5th position. You will be surprised to know that on the 7th position we have one more Indian language, that's called Bengali. Bengali is on the 7th position, and another language, Indian language, is on the 10th position, that is called Punjabi Ladda language. After the partition, some area of Pakistan and some area of Punjab, our Punjab, Indian Punjab, they speak Punjabi Ladda language, so it is on the 10th position. So when we talk about the topmost 10 languages, spoken languages, we have this kind of system. So basically we have n number of languages in the entire world, you can say that, and we communicate with the help of these languages, and we share our ideas, opinion, facts and figures. But thing is that obviously we are talking about the languages, but still there is some kind of glitch is there. Glitch means we only when you see this particular ratio, it's Mehraban model, and it talks about the particular diversion, or you can say the classification of this particular communication. Suppose I am saying something to you right now, I am giving my lecture. So in this particular lecture, 7% you are giving stress or attention on my words, only 7%. 55% is my body language. 55% is my body language, which covers the gesture, posture, expression, sign and symbols. 38% is voice modulation. Voice modulation means articulation, pitch, pauses. Sometimes I take pause, sometimes I increase the volume, I decrease the volume, or sometimes I speak fluently, or sometimes I give stress on a particular word. It's called voice modulation. So basically when we classify, when I am speaking something, you are giving attention on my communication. It covers 55% body language, 38% articulation, which is in the background. You can't see, but you can easily identify. And the 7% on my words. So you are giving attention 7% on my words. The rest is body language. 55 plus 38, when we cover it, it's 93%. So it means that 93% is non-verbal communication. 93% is non-verbal communication, only 7% is verbal communication. So it means that there is the importance of non-verbal communication more than verbal communication. Simple example, you can see this. A picture is worth 1,000 words. You can see this particular picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words. What is the message we are giving it? No one cares about your efforts, only the result. Simple. It means that this picture is giving lot of information to you. The message is very clear and loud. You need not to write something, but only picture can create wonders. The non-verbal communication always create impact. It is quite creative, it is impressive, and it is quite convincing to the people. So that's why we have to understand the power of non-verbal communication. People do not know. People use different kind of gesture, posture, facial expression. They do not know that it creates a lot of wonders. So first we have to understand, the classification of non-verbal communication. First is body language, that is called kinesics. Second one is space language, that is called proxemics. Third one is chronomics, that is called time language. Fourth one is vocalics, or we can say para language. Fifth one is sign language and symbols and signs. And the last one is haptics, which is called touch language. And one more is there, it's called physical appearance. We have added later on, because due to the dressing sense or attire or physical appearance, now it is more important. So we have classified non-verbal communication in different parts. So one by one we will try to understand, we will try to unleash that particular non-verbal communication and the impact of non-verbal communication. The first one is kinesics. Kinesics means it is related with the body language. Our entire body has a movement. Whenever suppose I am talking to somebody, I will use my body language. The entire body moves. Without movement we cannot say anything. Suppose I am saying something, I cannot use this kind of thing. Usually I use my gesture, posture, facial expressions, body language. I am shrugging my shoulder, yeah, this kind of thing, shrugging of shoulder, winking of eyes, or nodding of head, or waving hands, just like that. So all the time whenever we say something, then it is reflexes. These are the reflexes that automatically it comes. So body language, kinesics language is the study of body physical movement. In other words, it is the way the body communicates without words. That is through various movements of its parts. So various movements, when we talk about the various movements or various parts, so how many parts? So when we talk about the kinesics, there are different body languages, parts are there. First one is facial expression. Facial, because this face covers so many ideas. The entire face shows so many colors of life. If I am happy, my face will be full of joy. I will be happy. My face will show. If I am sad, my face will gloomy. If I am angry, my face will turn red. If I am in the anxiety or perplexed mood, it can show. My face will show everything. You need not to cover it. It shows. हम कह देते हैं ना कि आपका चेहरा देख के ही पता लग गया था कि आप क्या कहने वाले थे और आपका क्या भाव है. I think you have seen this particular dance form. It's called Kathakali. It's Kerala dance form. In southern area we have a Bharatnatyam and Kathakali. Bharatnatyam basically is in Tamil Nadu and Kathakali is from Kerala. So basically in this dance form, the character or the actor prepare lot of time, take lot of time for preparation, है ना, because they wear a very bulky kind of cloth, and you see that particular face, they are painting their face, and it takes lot of time. What they do not move too much. In other dance form, I think in of dance form of India, just like Bhangra, you can use the entire stage. You can jump, you can do whatever you like it. In other dance form, just like a Bihu or Garba or Rai or just like Bharatnatyam, you can use the entire stage, you can move so much. But in this dance form, you cannot move too much because you are wearing this particular bulky dress, and you are wearing this paint also. So that's why what they do not move too much. They show all the colors on their face. They just stand and they just show their colors. Suppose you are angry, that is called, there are 9 rasas are there, just like Hasya rasa, Shangar ras, Karuna ras, Rodra ras, Veer ras. There are several 9 rasas are there. So actually they show all the rasas on their face. So this is the beauty of this particular dance form. So obviously when we talk about the facial expression, I think you have seen several movies also. Mr. Bean, I think you have seen Mr. Bean, or Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is quite famous for his facial expression. I think you have seen the Mask movie, I think you have seen. And another form is also there, it's called mime art. Mime art is there. The character or the actor, usually they paint their faces and they show so many things on their communication. So it's called facial expression that we usually know it. The first one is facial expression of kinesics. Second is eye contact. Whenever we in our class also, we usually suggest to the students that whenever you give your speech, you must see in the eyes of the audience. And obviously there is a glossophobia. Glossophobia means fear of speaking, public speaking. So but we usually prefer to say that you have to see in the eyes of the audience, because obviously at the first you can show some kind of hesitation, but it happens. And now the eyes say so many things. Eye contact is important when it shows the confidence level. The second is eye contact. Third one is gesture. Gesture means, I told you earlier, that shrugging of shoulder, winking of eyes, or you can say the waving of hands, tata, bye bye, or when you are greeting somebody, how you shake hands with warm hands. It's called cold hand. Obviously it shows. So it's called gestures. Next one is body shape and posture. How you stand, how you sit, how you behave, or how you carry your body. This is called posture. Sometimes some people stand in this manner or that manner, just like that. So obviously it shows that they are lacking confidence. When you sit, you have to be sit like that. So obviously there are different ways through which you can use your body language. You can show your posture, and through this posture you can show the confidence level, that kind of level that you want to produce to the people. The several leaders, American leaders, Indian leaders, they have I think shown this kind of body language. You know very well about the George Bush or Narendra Modi ji also, the Prime Minister of India. How they meet, how they greet somebody. When they greet somebody, they just hug and they just tap the back, and it's called, this kind of gestures show that you are a superior person. So these are the non-verbal cues that we can produce by your act. So posture means how you sit, how you stand, how you sleep also. It's called posture. It comes in the posture. Doctor always say that sleep in the right posture, so that you will not get any difficulty or you will not get any back pain or some kind of thing. So body shape and posture is important in the non-verbal communication. Third and the next one is appearance. Physical appearance. Physical appearance means, as always we say that first appearance is the last appearance, or we say that it is very crucial when you are meeting somebody and we are giving your 100%. So it shows that you are producing something. So appearance always create wonders. And next one is a dress code. Dress code means how you wear or carry your attire, or basically whenever we giving some kind of presentation or speech, or you have to very formal, you have to wear the right kind of cloth, you have to choose it, and obviously your dressing sense shows that what kind of person you have. If you obviously, but the carrying things, it doesn't mean that you have to wear very expensive clothes, but how you carry, you are wearing cheap cloth but still in a very sensible manner, so obviously it gives lot of impression. So thing is that these are the parts of kinesics. Kinesics means the body language that we use it, how we carry our body, how we use the movement of our body is called facial expression, eye contact, gesture, body shape, posture, appearance, dress code, and physical appearance. All this comes under kinesics. Second one is another part of classification of non-verbal is paralanguage. What is paralanguage? It is, I think, by this particular nomenclature you can see paralanguage. Paralanguage means para means like. Para means like, and language means a vehicle of communication. Paralanguage is a powerful form of non-verbal communication. It is equally effective like oral communication. In the term paralanguage, para means the like and the language means a vehicle of communication. I think you can understand by giving this particular example. Pitch variation. It is like a language, but it is not a language. It is like a language, but it is not a language. So what is this? It is always, it runs always in the background, just like pitch variation. Pitch, high pitch, low pitch, medium pitch. Suppose you are a singer, you know very well about this pitch variation. There are 7 swaras are there, and ka, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. These are the pitch levels are there. The pitch, you have to understand that particular pitch. On high pitch, low pitch, medium pitch. Which pitch you are using it for the communication, that is called pitch variation. Second one is speaking speed. Sometimes we increase our speed, we speak fluently. Sometimes we take pauses. Pause. Third one is pause. Sometimes we take pause. Pause is also important, because in communication, in the writing part, you can use inverted commas, you can use comma, you can use full stop. These are the punctuations. But in communication, when you are saying something, when you are using oral communication, it is very difficult to classify, difficult to bifurcate. That's why you have to take pause. Full stop means pause. Comma, you have to take pause. Pauses are essential for using the punctuations. The pauses. Next one is volume variation. Different kind of volume variations are there. Sometimes we use the heavy volume. Volumes matlab volume up, down, medium level. You can use according to the audience. If there is no equipment, there is no mic is there, then what we have to do? We have to use our full volume. Suppose mic is there, you have to control your volume. The volume variation will be there. Pronunciation, what kind of pronunciation you are using it, it should always be correct and to the point and concrete and the concise pronunciation. The pronunciation also create non-verbal communication. If you are mumbling or stumbling, so obviously in that particular situation people can understand this particular thing. Word stress, you are giving stress on a particular word. In a written communication we can bold it or highlight it or inverted commas. We use inverted commas, but here in the oral communication we cannot say inverted comma open. Obviously we say inverted comma open, but it looks odd. So that's why we give stress. We give stress on particular word. That is called word stress. So these are the languages, but it is like a language. It's called paralanguage. We are not using language. We are not saying anything. When you are taking pause, you are not saying anything, but still you are saying something. So 38% is voice articulation, voice modulation, which we use in communication. 55% body language, gesture, posture, facial expressions, and 38% is voice modulation, voice articulation that we use in communication. So that is called paralanguage. Second one is paralanguage. First one is kinesics, second one is paralanguage. Third one is proxemics. What is proxemics? By name itself we can understand proxemics means the nearness. Proxemics is the study of how we communicate with the space around us. Proxemics is made from the proximity, which means nearness, and include the space around us, our physical environment and the surroundings. So what is it? Basically we use lot of space. Right now I am using this particular space. I am moving and using this particular space. That is called how I use particular space, and what is the proximity. If I am standing with somebody, it shows my relation with other person. That is called proximity, nearness. So the space that we use around us and the people, that is called proxemics. So there are different kind of distances we usually maintain it, and with these distances we can easily identify the relation between two or more people. For example, if you are in the public, you have to maintain 12 to 25 feet of distance. Public, because public do not have, or the crowd do not have the mind. इसको बोलते हैं ना कि भीड़ अंधी होती है, तो anything can happen. That's why celebrities or the politicians, they usually maintain some lot of distance 12 to 25 feet, because anything can happen. So that's why when you are in the crowd or public, you must maintain 12 to 25 feet of distance. So it shows that public is there. Second one is social distance. When we meet the social people, we always maintain 4 to 12 feet of distance. It shows that these are the society people, and these are the social people. Usually just like a student and the faculty, they must maintain this kind of distance, 4 to 12 feet. Now obviously we can understand that there is a relation between the student and the faculty. गुरु और द शिष्य के बीच में इतना डिस्टेंस होना ही चाहिए, है ना. They cannot directly talk to this kind of thing. So that's why this is called social distance. Next one is personal distance. Personal distance means our family members, parents, siblings, brothers, sisters. They comes under this particular personal distance, 18 inches to 4 feet. But we need not to show that kind of things. Obviously, we love each other, our parents, our brothers and sisters. So automatically this distance we can easily identify. And the last one is intimate distance. Intimate distance means our friends, girlfriend, boyfriend, this kind of distance usually comes under intimate distance. We can easily identify what is the relation between this particular thing, particular people, that is. So proximity means how we use the space around us, and people can easily identify or acknowledge our relation with this particular distance, how we use this particular distance or the space around us. Next non-verbal communication classification is sign languages, symbols and signs. We use different kind of signs for showing our act, showing our ideas, opinion, facts, figures, everything. Just suppose I am hungry, so I have to show some kind of sign and symbols. So what kind of sign? I can use this kind of thing, I am hungry, or I can use this kind of thing. So it shows that I am hungry. So when you are in a restaurant or when you are hungry, you have to show this kind of sign. Or do not know means you have to use this kind of thing, shrugging shoulders, hands, or you can use this kind of thing, I don't know. So obviously these signs you can use it. Money, expensive, how much money, what is the price, we don't know. So you use this particular thumb and fingers rubbed together. Little thumb and forefinger held close together, little thumb. Time. So these are the signs and symbols we use in our day-to-day communication, conversation and non-verbal communication. So I said it is another kind of thing. Next one is time language. Obviously you have seen so many people use time as a tool for communication. That is called chronomics. You can say how we can use time. Suppose your class has started. Suppose you are a teacher and your class has started. Some students standing outside the classroom and they are waiting. After some time, when you started your class, they come after 5, 10, 15 minutes late. So what is the meaning of this thing? Intentionally, deliberately, they are coming late. The reason is that they want to grab the attention of the students, or sometimes they think that they know everything, or they are superior than you, they are bypassing the teacher, or sometimes they want to show or grab the attention of the other students. So there are so many things, their attitude, their behavior, their superiority, it shows. I think you have seen so many celebrities, they wait for the audience. They usually do not come on the time. Politician never comes on time. Celebrities never comes on time. Why? Because they want to know how to use the time. And whenever they come, they do not take too much time. They do not attend the parties for so longer period of time. They just come, in the 5 minutes they say we have to go some other event. Obviously there is no event, but still they use this kind of thing. They say, oh, we have to attend another party, that's why we have to go. So how because how much you see, how much their presence, ये कहा जाता है कि बहुत ज़्यादा दिखना भी बहुत अच्छा नहीं माना जाता है. I think you have seen it. So some actors usually follow this particular notion. Just like Amir Khan or Hrithik Roshan, they do not sign so many movies because they think that if you are coming all the time, you are in the ads, or you are showing your face on the ads or the movies, obviously it decreases your celebrity, you can say that कहाँ क्या कहते हैं उसको, कि जो एक वो होता है, जो फील होता है वो ख़त्म हो जाता है. तो बेसिकली टाइम, how to utilize the time, how to use the time as a tool for communication. It's non-verbal. So it's called chronomics. So because we are living in the age of time and we don't want to waste the time also. So that's why it's called chronomics that we need to understand. Next one is haptics. What is haptics? Haptics is basically related with the touch language. Touch means when we touch somebody, when we touch, use our touch, it reflects lot of information. We share so many things to the other person. So haptics is basically a non-verbal tool. You can say that how it is possible, how we can use this non-verbal communication. So first we have to understand that different kind of touches are there. Positive effect touch. Suppose a child is crying, mother hug, and after some time the child laughs. The reason is that the positive touch is there. Doctor use this kind of thing. Doctors basically touch your stomach. Suppose you visit the doctor and say, sir, I have a stomach ache and it's very unbearable. So they touch that particular area where it is, where the problem is there. So obviously these are the positive touches. I think you have seen so many Reiki. I think you have heard about this particular Reiki. Reiki means when you try to heal somebody with this touch therapy. Obviously it is also kind of positive effect touch, because we also have the power. We have this particular aura and we have a healing power in our hands. So obviously we can heal somebody if they demand. So it's called Reiki. So previously people used to heal people by their healing power. So first is positive effect touches. Second is playful touch. Playful touch means when you are playing something, if you are in a team or a play or some kind of activity is going on, some kind of job is going on, then you have to use playful touch. Means playful touch, or you can sitting with the friends, you can tickle somebody, or you can use you can poke your ideas, this kind of thing. No, so that is called, it's called playful touches. Then control touches. Control touches means I think somebody, you want to control people. When you stop somebody by touching the back. Suppose you one student is trying to say something, so the other student stop him. Control. Obviously we use this kind of touches in non-verbal communication. Ritualistic touches. Ritualistic touches means there are so many ceremonies are there, ritualistic ceremonies are there, where we touch people and we perform some activities, that is called ritualistic. Greeting means when we meet somebody, we usually shake hands, we just show the gesture, or we touch people, so it's called greeting. A departure also, we shake hands or we hug people, we greet people, it's called departure. Next is hybrid touches. There are different kind of touches are there. And task related touches. Task means when somebody is playing something, some kind of activity is going on, some kind of act is going on, then it is related with the task related touches. And the last one is accidental touches. Accidental touches means without intentionally or non-intentionally or intentionally you are touching somebody or it happens. So it's called accidental touches. So obviously when you are touching a person, you are sharing your ideas, opinion, facts, figures, feelings, emotions, expressions. It doesn't mean you are just touching somebody. You are sharing, you are translating your ideas, your power, your energy to that particular person. ना. I think you have seen so many scents. They when you touch the feet of the person, earlier we used to go for the Sashtang Dandavat. In the Sashtang Dandavat you used to touch the tip of your feet. तो and that particular toes जो होते थे, toes को करते थे, है ना. Thing is that if you touch, you receive the energy from that particular person. So a real saint never give permission to touch his feet. They usually wear the socks and they never give permission because they have that kind of energy, power of meditation or the you can say tapasya. So they usually never permit anybody to touch. Whenever they sit, they use their own sitting cloth. So things, obviously when you use this kind of communication, when you use this kind of thing, obviously it gives lot of impact. Suppose somebody is in a very sad mood and you hug, you touch him, you tap the back, so obviously it gives lot of relief to the person. So touches have lot of impact. You need to understand where have to use it. Nowadays bad touch and good touch is also there, and we have to teach to our kids also that what is a good touch and what is bad touch. So these touches, it is related with the haptics. It is called haptics. Next one is when we talk about the non-verbal communication, there are every country has a different non-verbal cues are there that it is essential to understand, because in our country we have a different diversity. There are different kind of diversity or varieties of food or eating habits or wearing attire or languages. So we need to understand the culture also. We need to understand the rituals. We need to understand the custom of that particular area or a region. If you are not understanding or getting idea about this thing, obviously the blunders will happen. In India, we have to be very careful. In other countries, suppose we are visiting Arabic country, so they have very strict rules and regulations. You cannot bypass, you cannot ignore, you cannot deny the rules and regulation. Otherwise, you will be in the severe problematic situation. So that's why non-verbal cues, in every country they have a different non-verbal cues. That is essential to understand. First, suppose standing close to a person while talking. In South America and Europe, it is normal distance used in conversation. Suppose you are talking to somebody, you are just standing. It's normal distance. But in United States, it is viewed as an intrusion and a speaker is perceived as a pushy. Suppose you are talking in this manner. So in the USA, it looks like it is an intrusion. You have to be very careful. Withholding eye contact. In United States, it indicates shyness and deception. Shyness and deception. And Japan, it indicates difference or to the authority. In Libya, it is a compliment to a woman when you are looking in the eyes, withholding eyes contact. And in Libya, it looks good, but in United States, it shows the shyness. Displaying the palm of the hand. In Greece, it is insult. In Greece, it is insult. In United States, it is a form of greeting such as handshake. Crossing leg when seated. In Arab countries, it is an insult to show the sole of your feet. आप किसी को पाँव दिखा रहे हैं. How you can show your feet? It is a insult. In United States, it is a done for the comfort. So actually, every country has a different norms, culture, different non-verbal cues, and they usually follow it. So we have to be very aware about this thing. If we are not aware about this particular non-verbal cues, we will be in the problematic situation. So I think we have covered a lot. I think non-verbal communication, I think 7%, 38%, 55%. 55% is non-verbal communication, 38% is articulation, voice modulation, and 7% usually we give stress on particular words. So 93% is non-verbal communication. The entire, whenever we say something, right now I am saying something, so you are seeing my non-verbal communication. 93% is non-verbal communication, 7% is verbal communication. So we have to identify, we have to use the non-verbal communication, because we want to give the maximum impact, maximum you can say the effect whenever we say something. That's why in that particular situation we have to use the verbal and the non-verbal communication. So in today's session we discussed about the non-verbal communication, and I think that you like it about this particular thing. Thank you very much for the session, and if you have any query, doubt, you can contact me on this website, or you can mail me also. Thank you very much.